Hey, everyone, Alex here. And before we jump into today's huge Kansas City Chiefs update, I have to stop for just a second because I know so many of you watch my videos, but most of you still haven't subscribed. So if you are one of those people right now, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it helps this channel grow and keeps me motivated to bring you breaking Chiefs news faster than anyone else. All right, now let's get into it, because today we are talking about one of the hottest questions in Chiefs Kingdom right now. When can Rashee Rice come back? What's the exact situation with his suspension? And what does it mean for Kansas City's offense going forward? Now, I know everyone has been buzzing about this ever since the NFL officially handed down the suspension on Rashee Rice. Because let's be honest, he was supposed to be one of the biggest pieces in Patrick Mahomes' arsenal this season, and without him out there on the field, the entire dynamic of the Chiefs' offense looks a little different. So Chiefs fans are asking over and over again, when can he return? What does the timeline look like? And how ready will he be when he finally steps back on the field with his teammates? And we're going to break it all down today. First, let's set the stage. Rashee Rice came into last season and immediately made his mark. He was fast, he was explosive, and he had already built that chemistry with Patrick Mahomes that takes most wide receivers years to figure out. He became that go-to guy when the offense needed a spark, and you could see Mahomes trusted him, especially in those tight situations. So losing him now to this suspension is not just losing a receiver, it's losing someone who was starting to develop into a reliable star and possibly even the future #1 wideout for Kansas City. The NFL came down hard on him after everything that happened off the field, and honestly, we all knew some kind of punishment was coming. The league doesn't play around with situations like this. But the question is always, how many games is he out? And what impact does it have on the team? So the official word is he's suspended for a set number of games, and that immediately changes how Andy Reid and the Chiefs offense have to line up in the early part of the season. Now I know you're sitting there wondering, okay, Alex, tell me exactly when he can return. Here's the deal. The suspension keeps him out for the first part of the regular season. That means the Chiefs will have to survive those games without him, and only then he's eligible to come back. And trust me, Chiefs Kingdom is counting the days, because everyone knows what kind of energy Rashee Rice brings to the offense. Imagine this. You've got Patrick Mahomes, who already is the best quarterback in football. You've got Travis Kelce, who's still the heart and soul of this offense. And then you put Rashee Rice back in the lineup after his suspension. You can instantly see how scary this team can be again, because defenses can't just focus on Kelce anymore. They'll have to respect Rice's ability to stretch the field to beat defenders and to make those clutch catches that keep drives alive. But let's rewind a bit, because I want to talk about what this means for the team. While he's out, one of the biggest questions is who steps up in his absence. Kansas City has young guys like Xavier Worthy, who has insane speed and can absolutely take the top off defenses. You've got Marquise Hollywood Brown, who was brought in to give that extra veteran boost. And then there's Sky Moore, who is still looking to really break out. So for these first few games, while Rashee Rice is gone, the spotlight is going to be shining directly on those guys, and it's their chance to prove they can handle the load. This is where Andy Reid's offense gets really interesting, because we know he's a master of adjusting and scheming guys open. But let's be honest, no matter how creative the play calling is, having Rashee Rice back will make everything smoother. So the big question we keep coming back to is what happens when the suspension ends and the countdown is on. Now, here's something important to think about, because even though he can return after serving the suspension, it doesn't automatically mean he's back at full game speed right away. Missing real game reps, missing that chemistry in live action. It takes a toll, so fans should be prepared that it might take him a little time to get fully comfortable again. But with Mahomes throwing to him and Andy Reid coaching him up, that transition should be a lot faster than most players in the league. And let's not forget, the Chiefs have one of the toughest schedules this season, so every single game counts. That's why his return could be the exact turning point for Kansas City. Imagine if the offense is grinding through the first few weeks, then suddenly Rice comes back fresh legs, hungry to prove himself, and ready to silence the critics. That could be the spark that sends the Chiefs rolling again. I also want to say this because I know a lot of fans out there are worried that maybe this suspension could affect him mentally, or maybe it slows down his progress. But everything we've seen from Rice so far shows he has that fight in him. He's competitive, he wants to be great, and he knows he's got the chance to become one of Mahomes' main guys for years to come. So my take is once he's back, he's going to be more motivated than ever to make an impact. Now, Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear from you. Do you think Rashee Rice will pick up right where he left off when he returns? Or do you think it'll take him a few weeks to get rolling again? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I love reading what you all have to say, and you guys always bring up some amazing points that I sometimes even bring into the next video. Another angle we need to talk about is how defenses will adjust once he's back. Right now, teams are probably preparing to focus on Kelce and Worthy and maybe even daring the Chiefs' other receivers to beat them. But once Rice is in the lineup, that changes the whole math. Suddenly, you've got 2 or 3 legitimate threats at the wide receiver spot, plus Kelce in the middle, and a quarterback who can deliver the ball anywhere on the field. That's when Kansas City becomes nearly impossible to stop. So to answer the big question, when can Rashee Rice return? The answer is simple. Once he serves his suspension, he's cleared to play again this season. He's not gone forever. He's not missing the whole year. He's going to be back, and that's what should give every single fan out there hope, because this offense is good without him, but it can be great with him. And when he comes back, the Chiefs will be looking even more dangerous. The bottom line here is yes, it hurts to lose him for these games. Yes, it puts extra pressure on the younger receivers to step up. And yes, it forces Andy Reid to be even more creative. But this is the Kansas City Chiefs. We're talking about a team that has Patrick Mahomes, a team that has Travis Kelce, a team that finds ways to win. And when Reese returns, it's going to feel like a mid-season boost that can push this team over the top just in time for the playoff push. Before we wrap this up, let me say one more thing. If you've been watching this far and you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? I'm here every single week, bringing you the fastest Chiefs updates, injury news roster, moves, all the behind-the-scenes drama, and most importantly, the truth about what's happening in Kansas City. So hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a video. Alright, that's all for today's update. Rashee Rice's suspension is tough, but it's not the end of the world. The Chiefs will survive the early part of the season, and when he comes back, this offense could be scarier than ever. Let me know in the comments if you think his return will instantly turn Kansas City into the #1 offense again, or if you think it'll take a little time. Either way, it's going to be a huge story to watch. This is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, go Chiefs!